I've driven up from where I parked before, very steep hill, parked up, and then I've walked all the way down the hill. Maybe I should have walked up the hill to start with. There's some lovely cascades here, and I could get an image from the bottom, but I'm not so sure I wouldn't end up with a broken bone. It's ridiculously slippery, it really is. So I've come over to this place. I'll flip you around and show you my thoughts. I've been wandering around for about 10-15 minutes. I've got two maybe compositions that I think I'm happy with. So my first composition, shooting fairly low, and I'm shooting portrait orientation. I've got this rock coming in bottom left, and then we scoot up through the cascades. They're not really waterfalls, they are little waterfalls, they're more cascades. So it sort of comes in centre, then it curves round, and this rock just finishes the image. Because it's in portrait orientation, I can't really show you on here, but I quite like that. And then I've done a wider shot, which I'm not sure about. This rock is really uncomfortable, so I've maybe done it a bit more like that. And we've got this bit of a ledge here. This rock comes in and anchors the image in the bottom left, and then we've got more of the falls coming in. And I think I quite like that. I decided that lower was possibly better than higher. The canopy up here is beautiful. It's just starting to turn. There's a lot of fallen leaves. We've got gusts of wind, although it's very calm down here. The wind up the top is gusting quite a lot. So whether that's going to knock the leaves off more than somewhat, but there's plenty of red leaves, dead leaves should I say, down here. I'm having to be very careful where I stand. I've done a central composition, excuse me, I'm just having a wiggle. Oh, that's it. I've done a bit of a central composition using that rock, but I'm just not sure about it because I'm not getting any streakiness down here from that water. Some swirling leaves in there would look really good. Maybe that's a step too far. But yes, what a fabulous little spot. After another 5 minutes of wandering around, I think I found a composition that I am really happy with. There's lots of square bits of rock, but they kind of lead in to the little fall in a curve. Yeah, I know that doesn't make much sense, does it? I'll try and show you what on earth I'm on about. This is kind of the composition I'm looking at. We've got some lovely rocks here that kind of curve round. I've got this beautiful stone just kind of bottom left-hand corner. And this rock here, although you can't really see it because that's all in shade, that all kind of leads around as well. And they bring you into the central fall. So that, although I'm getting reflection off the sky, obviously, I'm, yes, quite liking that one. Yeah, you can see we've got a little bit of a curve here, a little bit of a curve there, waterfall in the middle, rock in the bottom. 2.5 seconds at F9. I said I was going to get here, and get here I did. I genuinely have no concept how I'm going to get back up. I'm sure there's a much easier way than the way I've come down. Hey ho, although you may not be able to see it because of the light, up here we have Nant Dyar Viaduct. And this is the image I was after. Again, because it's quite bright up there, beautiful, I think it's a beech tree. just turning. We've got yellows and golds, which is quite nice. We've got a 2-tier. I think we might even have a 3-tier. Yeah, we've got a 3-tier waterfall. We've got that one, whoops, that one. There's another little one there, and then there's this one here. Composition-wise, not got the foggiest. I'm going to try, having got this far, I'm going to try and get up onto that next ledge. There's a very odd shaped rock there. Looks like it was designed just for me to go and park my bum on. So now I've got here, I'm going to work this seam to within an inch of its life, because I sure as hell ain't coming back again unless I can find a really easy way out. And if you don't hear from me ever again, I'm still down here, send a search party. The walk to here is fairly decent. Getting from up there to down here was interesting, to say the least. We were on mud and rocks because it's been very wet. Maybe there'll be something springs to life when I get up onto this ledge that I can go up there. An escalator would be really nice. I'm not holding my breath. So I'm going to have a faff around here. Got loads of leaves on the ledges, and they're all more yellowy than they were down below the images that I've just done. So hopefully I can get something quite autumnal here. So after faffing around for 10 minutes, I've set up my first composition and I've broken out the 10 stop. So can't help it. And I am perfectly aware that I'm saying kinda a lot, so I'll try and stop saying kinda now. I'm gone for a portrait orientation, and I'm basically shooting up there, because we have a little bit of a wiggle there, and I'm just getting in the tops of the trees up here. Now there is a breeze, so I'm going to do 2 images. I'm going to do the long exposure because I really do want the water silky smooth. It's not a torrent, so doing a shorter exposure really isn't working for me. There's not enough water there. By doing a longer exposure, to me, it makes it appear that there is more water there. So what I'm going to try and do is a shorter exposure to capture a little less movement in these trees and the little bits of greenery that are dotted around, and then blend the two. That's the plan anyway. Now I've done one exposure at 92.7 seconds, I think it was. It wasn't quite long enough, so I'm leaving it to run. I'm at F9. I've cranked the ISO up to 200 because otherwise I will be here till Christmas. And I'm just letting it run. Polarizer turned to get rid of the glare, really make the whites pop and the leaves pop. Yeah, and that's it, nice and simple. I haven't ventured up there yet. I'm still looking for an escape route. What a beautiful little spot. And no, before anybody asks, I am not going to tell you how to get here, because I'm not taking responsibility for anybody breaking their neck coming down here. Now the next plan of action is to get up onto this ledge. There's that odd shaped rock there somewhere. Oh, that's bizarre, isn't it? I can't see it now. It's there. Oh yes, it's there, look. Looks like a little chair. I'm going to try and get up there, which looks a lot easier than I think it actually is, because to get up there, I've got to go down, where are we? Down there, which is very wet and very slippy, onto that rock, which is also wet and slippy, and then I'm all right. And I think there might be a way out up here, so I brought my bag with me. As I say, if I don't appear next weekend, I can still here send a search party. This particular composition is just getting the lower falls in at the bottom of the image, the upper falls, and then there's a little bit of the viaduct, which again you can't see here because I am shooting into the sun with this camera. But there's just a little bit of brickwork, and it is just a little bit. I'm going to try a slightly wider shot, probably when I get up there, just to include a bit more of that. I'm not using a grad filter, but I think I might need to because it is considerably brighter up there. Oh, it's good fun, this. Now, I need another pair of hands These rocks are slippery, and the ones I'm stepping down onto aren't particularly secure. Youch! And I always seem to put one foot where it really doesn't need to be. Oh. Now luckily, excuse me, there's a bit of a foothold where I need to get up. That's better. Right, I'm here at the main fall. As I say, I'm set up running a portrait orientation composition. Yeah, not long enough, didn't think it would be. I haven't got the 10 stop on, I've just got, no, I have got the 10 stop on, but I left it at F18. I was faffing with settings, and for some stupid reason, put it at F18, so let's just delete that, shall we? F9, that's more like it. I've got a 3-second timer on as well. I see a little, very dodgy set of steps there, so I'm thinking that might be the way to go. Now, I couldn't get the shot that I wanted here, because where I've popped my bag, down here, there, I wanted water. Bizarrely enough, I mean, we've had tremendous rain, but obviously Wales hasn't. So I've come a little bit further in towards the main fall. There are some rocks here that I'm kind of using to frame where the water pools. And then I've got a reasonable amount of brickwork showing at the top, but I've cut the sky off because the sky is so uninteresting, it's unreal. There's going to be movement in the leaves because the breeze is blowing. So I'm going to do a long exposure on this bit, and then I'm going to do a short exposure without the 10 stop so that I can get a little calmer or less movement in the trees up there. What a fabulous spot. I'm ever so hungry. Right, let's see how this is cooking. This vlog could go on for a fortnight, so I'm going to call it a wrap here. A beauty spot like this, and some excuse me, chuck some plastic away. I've seen a tyre further down. For God's sake, people, what is wrong? Anyway, yes. So I'm sorry it's been a bit sort of disjointed, but it is what it is. So have a good weekend, ladies and gents, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye for now.